Just a few weeks ago, these cliffs were buzzing with life. Thousands of seabirds jostling for space. The UK's extensive coastline is internationally important as a place for breeding seabirds. So significant, it's been called our Serengeti. At the height of the breeding season, the UK's seabird colonies are something to behold. The smell, the noise, it can be almost overwhelming. And yet these colonies are now in danger of becoming more and more quiet. Indeed, new monitoring data to be released tomorrow will show we are now in real danger of losing some of our species altogether. It's called the Red List, a grim accolade of a species whose plummeting numbers put them at risk of extinction. And now, 5 new additions. The Arctic tern, famous for its 50,000-mile globe-spanning migration, 60% down since the 80s. The common gull, not so common anymore, half gone since the start of this century. The great black-backed gull, numbers also halved. The great skua, added due to the devastating effects of bird flu. And the Leach's storm petrel, 80% gone since the millennium, now facing not just UK but global extinction.
So across the UK, for example, we have a 62% of populations are decline, and in Scotland that figure rises to 70% of populations. Seabirds face a range of threats and pressures: overfishing of some of their prey species, bycatch, impacts from development at sea, and climate change, of course, is an overarching one, which is, impacting both their breeding areas and the food that they're preying on.
If all that wasn't enough, then add 2 devastating years of bird flu. Last year we filmed these scenes on the coast of Northumberland as the disease ripped through the UK's largest mainland colony of Arctic terns.
Our ranger team collected over 1,000 Arctic tern chicks and also about 250 Arctic tern adult birds that had died. They're beautiful birds, they're amazing, they've got the longest migrations of any bird in the whole world, and we feel really, really passionately about trying to conserve them. So to see them being put on the red list is obviously very difficult, but we will continue our efforts here to protect the breeding colony at Long Nanny, and hopefully at least the breeding colony here can continue to have some successful years in the future.
Nests this year down 20%, but luckily the season passed without bird flu. Diseases, though, only predicted to get more frequent in a warming world, along with all the other challenges these species face. Tomorrow's report warns that family favourites like the puffin and kittiwake are also at risk of not just being lost to our shores, but facing global extinction. A reminder then that the new government has both a manifesto and a legal commitment to halt and reverse extinctions by 2030. That job, though, has now just got even more difficult.